Hey there friendos, Newborn Keelik here, welcoming you back to another awesome Zelda related video. Today we're going over 5 more useless, super useless, but also quite interesting facts about Dark Link. You all really seem to enjoy the first one. I figured I could go ahead and put together 5 more facts as a service, of course. But anyway, if you do happen to enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to go and check out the first one. There are some interesting facts on that as well, and I assure you, you will not have a bad time. So without further ado, let us get into 5 more useless facts about Dark Link in Ocarina of Time. Starting off with number 5, we have the fact that Dark Link is not affected by the spin attack most of the time. So, if you actually stun Dark Link, say with the boomerang, which we can do on various occasions by either glitching it into the hands of Adult Link or simply putting Dark Link into a place where Child Link can use the boomerang on him. Again, that would never happen in the game, but let's play pretend for just a little bit, and we can see even when Dark Link is stunned, he's still immune to these spin attacks. Most of the time. There seems to be a couple active frames where he actually can get hit by the spin attack, but it is pretty uncommon. It doesn't happen every time. I'm not sure if maybe it's a spacing thing or an angle thing, but definitely the magic coming off of the blade, totally immune to that. We can actually see the red spots like he took damage, however he's not knocked back, and his hearts are not deducted. Otherwise, this whole combo here that he's stuck in would almost certainly be death. Now, number 4 comes from a handful of people actually were curious how the light arrows interact with Dark Link. And I gotta tell you, the results were extremely, I was super surprised whenever this happened. Nothing happens. You treat him like you hit him with the bow, which is very difficult to do in the first place, but if you stun him with the boomerang, you can in fact hit him with the light arrows. From a lore perspective, I was really hoping that this was going to be something amazing. However, from a gameplay perspective, it makes no sense to code in the fact that Dark Link would even be damaged by, the light arrows. There's no reason. You wouldn't have the light arrows at this point. It's basically just wasted time. So I'm very sorry to the people who did ask about that interaction. Nothing interesting happens, except you do still get the purple rupee from defeating him with the light arrows, just like you do most enemies. Now, I actually find this kind of interesting. The fact that Dark Link does drop this purple rupee kind of hints at the fact that maybe there is an override with the light arrows. There's no point in game when you'd be able to hit him with the light arrows. However, he still has this in his drop table, which to me kind of means that there is sort of a light arrow override, if that makes sense. Whenever you defeat an enemy, it's overridden whatever they were going to drop may then at least have a large chance to turn into a purple rupee. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that they would code that into Dark Link's drop table, because normally he just drops, a handful of rupees. So I guess if you really want to farm for rupees and you have a bunch of Dark Links laying around, rest assured you can farm them for money for whatever reason you'd want to do that. Just shoot a keys. Literally shoot anything else. Number 3 is a bit of an interesting one, and that is Dark Link is immune to rocks. That's right. If you manage to hit this man with a rock, he doesn't take any damage from it for whatever reason. And I tried this for quite a while, at least 30, 40 minutes trying to get this guy to just stand still long enough to get hit by a rock. It's actually a really hard shot, but I'm pretty sure here this clip would have resulted in a hit on any other enemy, but it's Dark Link, so he doesn't care about your rocks. Again, useless information because there are no rocks anywhere near Dark Link, so why would it even be coded in? Which of course, logistically brings us to number 2. Now number 2 is a very interesting kind of little glitch or mishap that happens with the boomerang and Dark Link. If you stun Dark Link with the boomerang, and this happens everywhere, it doesn't matter that we are in fact in Kokiri Forest at the moment, or in any other place, if you stun him with the boomerang and just let him kind of, I like to call, thaw out, he actually just becomes your friend. He becomes totally non-aggro. Of course, he still follows you around like a spaz, but hey, we all have that one friend, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about Stacy, alright? You know Stacy? Yeah, she's like that. Why was Stacy my default name for crazy person? Interesting. Sorry if your name's Stacy. Hi, Stacy. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that he totally becomes non-aggro on you. If you actually watch a couple frames of animation after he thaws out, He technically sheaths his sword, but he doesn't have a model without a sword, so it's still in his hand. But you can even hear that he has sheathed his sword, even though the model does not portray this. You can also tell by his more relaxed kind of posture that he's in this super chill state. Now, it should be noted that if he ever, for whatever reason, does a backflip, or if you hit him, just like most other friends, they'll stop being your friend and probably attack you back. I've had a lot of friends do backflips in my time, it's never ended well for me. Now we're on to number 1. While Link is in this kind of friendly state, he'll follow you around no matter where you go, with the exception of if you leave the area that he's not supposed to be loaded in, he's not reloaded, which is unfortunate because I would love to play the entire game with Dark Link by my side, just for the memes if nothing else. However, we do get a glimpse into some of his coding and the fact that he can climb. He has an animation for climbing, he has an animation for jumping, he has an animation for climbing up on top of things. I wasn't able to get him to squeeze into any small holes. As we can see here, he kind of despawns, which is a bit unfortunate. And Dark Link can swim. Fun fact, if you do manage to somehow get him into deep enough water, he just continuously dives for some reason. I have no idea why this is, but it's kind of interesting that his coding makes him do that. I have no clue why this would be the case. It's either an interaction with him when he's in the water, that he has to do something and A is the only button that can be pressed in the water, or perhaps somewhere in his, coding and everything, maybe he's actually just pressing A at all times. Maybe that A press, that quote-unquote A press, is only technically active when there's a frame that he can dodge. So I have no idea if that's accurate, but it seems like it would kind of make a little bit of sense to me. If anyone knows in the comments, hey, let me know, because I have no idea how Dark Link works, and this guy keeps amazing me with some random stuff that I find out about him in nearly every video. With that said, these are a lot of fun to make, and I do appreciate you making it all the way to the end. It really just helped me out an awful lot. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to check out part 1 of the interesting facts about Dark Link, or if you've already seen that, maybe go and check out my Zelda Theories as listed here, or you can check out the gameplay channel. We are currently playing through the Ocarina of Time randomizer, having a great time over there. Show me some love. I need to bump up those numbers. But that's beside the point. Anyway, thank you so much. Hope you have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm Newborn Keelik, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out.